Kind of weird. So we're 1-7. We have 85 strikeouts. We're just still under 4 ERA.
The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Kevin Garner is the man on the mound for the 4th game of the series. What do we need to know here, HR?
As you look at certain pitchers,
Making sure we're not out of sync. My capture always likes to do that.
wow, he must really enjoy pitching at home. Because you look at his road numbers, he's really struggling.
I don't even know what pitch I just went for.
He loves pitching at
Right,
home.
knuckleball.
He grabs energy from the home crowd and is able to really have a good performance.
HR, you take a look at our visitors as they enter play here this evening. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4.
It's nice when we get some sunny games.
Looking at a hot ball club, I mean, they're 3-0 in this.
Unless when I'm batting. I don't really care much for sun when we're batting, because sometimes I don't see the ball very well.
Have that killer instinct to put somebody away and get that 4-game sweep.
Jumped ahead with strike one there, and that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start.
I don't know. I was gonna say, I don't start all the at bats with first pitch strikes. If you've seen my other games, I've struggled. I've been getting a lot of balls first. Or this happens. God, the guy's really slow. Also, thank you for the people hanging out this morning. So, 10 a.m. for me. Decided I wanted to play a little bit of MLB. Streamed this morning. Chill out for a bit. And be my terrible knuckleball pitcher. Hanging out, having a good time, laughing at how horrible I am at it. Never claimed to be that good at this stuff. I think it's fun to just joke around and have fun than to be super serious with it. Like, I do want to be good, but at the same time, I don't really care that much.
Now another 0-2.
Oh, he didn't want to chase.
But he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
And another foul ball.
This is where all my pitches are going. Guy's just gonna eat him up. Foul, foul. Then a hanging curve. Didn't go as low as I wanted.
And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And he will pull.
It's only a matter of time with all those fouls.
Question, he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going, so he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those.
Oh, he's mocking him.
Not the location he was shooting for. And
No, it's definitely not.
hit the other way out toward right field. Norman.
I'm going home.
He makes the play. Runner
Should be
tags.
covering third, but I'm not.
Throw won't get him.
Guy's just walking. I wasn't actually controlling him either. That's the funny thing. I don't know where he was going. If the game made him think he was the end of the inning.
Best outfielder in the outfield.
Now, what the hell was that all about?
He's got great arm, and he's got tremendous speed. Love watching him perform out there. Hopefully they'll hit some balls from today so he can show up.
The 0-2 delivery.
There we go. I rarely ever get someone to chase the fastball.
Get that runner home from third. Coming to the plate now, number 61.
Yeah, and I got that guy with no name. They just call him 61.
There's a first pitch slider that just
Upsets
tails out of the
me.
zone. It's ball one. That swung on and missed.
I had my shitty timing that he's bad at swinging.
Second here with no score. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1.
Oh,
Wanted that one, but it
I
misses.
want it. Why don't you give it to me?
Corey Benedict would be next. Swing and a miss.
I'm not one to go.
And that makes
I'm the one who risks using a breaking ball when there's 3 balls.
payoff pitch. Ripped on the ground to first.
Alright, you got it.
And he'll step on the bag himself. And the
Man, a time where I didn't give up a run with runners on. Fucking miracle.
In now, Corey Benedict. Day off for him yesterday, but back out there for this one. And he lays off
Right down the middle. Here you go.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And a pitch in the third as he lays off. It's 1-1. Here's the pitch. And he'll take a
Jesus.
look at a
All right.
strike on the inside corner. It's 1-2.
Might be really low. Yep, or hit him in the fucking leg.
So the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the
Hey, you
inning.
wanted to get on base, right? Gave it to the fastest guy around.
Number 64.
I'm just gonna make it so he doesn't try to steal.
Numbers will tell you it's been a huge struggle for him at the plate this year. Bunt attempt here as he
I can't
gets this
run.
one down. One there.
Okay, good. Someone was covering.
Double play.
It all worked out. Because my guy wouldn't run.
Stepping in, Walter Vegeta. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Like he's saying Walter Vegeta. I'm like, what the fuck?
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Skied into straightaway right. Norman moves over. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over.
All right.
Go quietly here in this half inning.
Meanwhile, our team actually scored, so that was like a good thing.
63 comes into this at-bat.
Maybe we finally hit our second win.
Looks at a knuckleball that
We'll
finds
find
the
out.
bottom of the strike zone. And he lays off for ball 1. And he'll come back with 1 in the third as the count moves to 2-1 now.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right
Jesus.
now. You're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
He wasn't looking for it.
Called as that thing came back over the plate, 1 away.
Not David Freeze.
Freeze to stand in. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
My timing's out the window today.
That bounces to the plate for ball 1. Hit hard down the line.
Foul ball.
A foul ball, 1-1. No off
Way too far outside.
and a strike.
Well, when you're behind an account like this pitcher is, it's a good time to work in something off speed if you're confident in it. Most hitters are looking for fastball.
Yeah, he wasn't looking for fastball.
No better way to minimize the potential damage a cleanup hitter can do than to strike out both guys in front of him. Always a confidence boost when you can sit down the
This
guy
guy's so dangerous.
top of the lineup.
Oliver Calero is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. High in the air out to center.
All right, good. Going home.
Is in his tracks now.
Don't drop it, Jesus. I've had them drop it like that before.
This time around.
Scary.
Number 36 is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And the slider
Just a bit low.
apparently for a ball. Now the pitch. Lifted into the air out towards center field.
That ball likes to go anywhere.
Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Right.
Striding in once again, Freddie Trevino. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Pulled high in the air out to left field.
I was like, oh crap, did I just give him the first pitch curveball home run?
In his tracks
Jesus.
now, he makes the catch
I thought he
for
just
number 2.
said, fuck this.
Stepping in and ready
I've had
for
that
another
happen
shot.
before.
Number 61 comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. In there for strike 1, 0
Nope.
1. Ball 1. And that
I was trying to get the corner. Did not get it.
into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Weak grounder back to the mound. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So put another 0 on the board as they've been held standing.
Oh,
in.
the guy actually hit in the leg. Hey, at least he didn't get hit in the ass like the one batter I faced.
They look to shake
Hit him right in the freaking ass cheek.
frankly has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later innings.
The way that when that gets way too high, it's very nerve-wracking.
And he got him.
Yeah, I threw the curveball that I hit you in the leg with. You didn't want to get revenge on the curve.
A couple of lefties start to get loose now in the bullpen. Number 64 stands in as he looks at
Again, like I don't know why it just bothers me that like they have all these names that you can pick from when creating your character, but there are like the randomly made guys that they can't give him a name. They have to just call him by his jersey number. And that was kind of a bullshit call. Hey, I got the corner that I wanted.
For the strikeout, number 64 becomes out number 2 this inning. Walter Fujita stands in as he checks his swing here for strike 1. Outside for a ball.
Not where you want the curve to be at all.
1-1, here it comes. Now he bounces a knuckleball up to the plate for a ball. And the pitch on 2-1. And this is fouled back and out of play. 2 out, nobody on. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. There's a swing and a drive.
He finally crushed my knuckleball off the wall. Going to third. I finally have control of myself.
Every hitting coach in the league will tell you it only takes one swing of the bat to get out of a slump, and maybe that's what we're seeing right here.
Yeah, he's getting out of his slump.
But he's able to lace this thing off the wall, and he's standing at second with some newfound confidence.
Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes.
Hoping I was going to get him to chase the fastball.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Got him
Ooh.
and that ends the inning.
He didn't know what to think. He's like, are you fucking kidding me? They never get ejections and stuff very much. Like, there are some people that would really argue and stuff sometimes. I get really heated about that stuff, but I rarely ever see an ejection happen in this game. I think maybe one time it happened in, like, really, like, a start of the game when I played franchise.
1-1.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way.
Really tired. My energy levels are getting low. They're going to have to take me out soon. My pitches are not going to be sharp.
Some action out in the bullpen as a lefty.
They got some action in the bullpen.
Sliced hard on the ground. Huerta comes up with it, and he'll step on first.
Hey, it works.
Digging in once again, number 36. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Chopped weakly to the left.
Oh, I've survived another inning.
Here in the 7th. So they're held in check here this half.
Oh, I'm still in.
Ready for another shot now. Freddie Trevino. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Hit hard on the ground to second. And he's set down 1 away.
Okay, good.
Now action in the bullpen.
Yeah, get the closer ready. You don't want me in the end. We want to preserve this win, not have me ruin it.
Center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
Now batting. Center fielder.
Ooh.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Started to go around.
Oh, didn't go where I wanted it.
That's a great check swing. That's tough to hold up on that pitch. It looks like a fastball, and the slider just breaks away from it. He's held up, though. Strong hand.
Oh, and he, again, looked at the curve. All right, closer time. Why? I'm going to complete shutout. Well, I guess there's 6 runs, so I guess it's okay. We're going to get a complete game. We're going to complete the game. Oh, champ. Let's see. We might fuck it up because we have very little control. We just have a lot of confidence.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Slow roller back to the mound.
Yeah, take your time.
1 away.
Ooh, good throw decision. Well, where else was I going to throw it?
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Walter Fujita.
Oh, man.
One gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
I've been so impressed how he's got ahead of hitters. He's been over 80% in the game right now. First pitch strike to hitters. When you do that, you're going to have good success.
Sent on the ground out to second.
We are 1 out away.
And they're an out away.
I don't even think I got a complete game in fucking Double-A. They never let me go on.
He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the...
I was a lot more dominant in Double-A than I was in this.
Pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Taken called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
Oh,
But it's not over yet. That's ball 2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking for the final out. That's a tough pitch to lay off. Impressive that he did. Hey, one of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat, as this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. One strike from a shutout. Here it comes. Swing and a line.
And he gets it, and the ball game is over.
That is going to conclude the festivities.
Oh man, after getting my ass handed to me a lot, I finally get a really good game out of it all.
In the ninth inning, as he was in the first, so close to baseball history.
A 6-0 shutout to finish off tonight's game.
Tony Cox, even though my name's Tony Clit. I got my second win. What about the other games you played? Yeah, let's forget about those. Oh man. Nice two-hitter with me also hitting a guy. It's fine. 9 innings, 2 hits. We got 7 strikeouts. Yay! Only gave up 2 hits. Our team actually scored. Because I thought we were still only winning by 1. So I was worried that, why would they keep me in if we're only up by 1? They should put the closer in. But no, we suddenly had a lot of runs. The team actually scored. We got my first shutout. My first shutout complete game and stuff. I want 65 of that. I still want to work on some of these other pitches. Really want my gotta get my control and stuff up as well. We're almost at the end of the season. Almost done. The last 3 games, 6 innings, I gave up a run and 4 strikeouts, did all right. Then the one I lost, I gave up 2 runs, 5 strikeouts, not great. And then the last game, 1 win, we got 9 innings pitched and 7 strikeouts. I was just waiting for me to hang one and give up a home run.
The game's future stars are on display.
I was literally just waiting for me to give up, like, a bunch of runs.
Tonight, the opener of a 3-game.
So we're 2-7. We're almost at 100 strikeouts. We are almost at 100 career strikeouts for AAA for the season, I guess, not career.
Take a look at our homestanding ball club as they come into this one tonight. Well, they've been on a pretty good roll of late. Winners of 7 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matt, they're feeling it right now.
They're
starting to play good ball. They're really playing good. They're closing in on that division, and this time
starting to really feel it again. I'm probably going to start going downhill again real quick.
Even in the afternoon during batting practice, and that's what I see with this club right now.
And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. How do they get back into the win column here, Harold?
Well, Matt, this lineup's been scuffling from top to bottom. You don't see it very often, but they need a spark. One guy to step up and get hot.
Yeah, we're not getting much spark. Our team seems to not be so great.
That's a nice pitch right there. He threw him a breaking ball, comes back with a fastball, and now he's late. Now he doesn't know how to adjust. He's kind of caught in between. We got him set up perfectly.
2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for
Oh man, that curveball. That's why I love this curveball. I love the 12-6 curve. I like how it just drops. I wasn't really, like, at first a huge fan of sliders. Like, I didn't care much for a slider. I do like how it can run away from righties and come in on lefties. But I was always, every time I used it, I was always afraid because I've had home runs hit a lot against me with sliders. So I was like, yeah, do I really want to get a slider? But it's worked out. I'm happy that I got it. It's just, you know, I not to throw it over the fucking plate like an idiot. Screw up and you'll be fine. Just like any breaking pitch. You leave it hanging in the plate, you're doomed.
Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And there's out number 1.
I thought I had sunglasses when it's sunny, but apparently they took them off. I used to wear sunglasses when it's a sunny game.
And the pitch. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1.
Took my glasses.
Now here it comes.
I can't see without my glasses.
In there, and it's even at 1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch.
Oh, way too inside.
On that one, 2 balls and a strike. 2 balls and a strike. Here it is. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2.
3 balls and 2 strikes. And there you go, and a strikeout. Now you got 3 balls, 3 strikes.
And there are 2 gone now. Coming to the plate.
I feel like just those slight increases in points really somehow made a big difference. I don't know. Really odd.
Bounces a knuckleball up to the plate for a ball. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Ragland has a read on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Pretty painless half of the inning. Stepping in, Scott.
No score in the 3rd inning.
7, 8, 9. Bottom of the order set to go here in the 3rd. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. In there, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch.
They have nothing on the curve very often.
Here's the 1-2 delivery.
Oh God, just hit him right in the hip.
It's too far in, and it's even at 2-2. Swung on it.
Threw inside to go back outdoors. Ah.
Classic slider down and away for the strike.
The slider is a classic.
A whole lot to say about that pitch.
Strikeout pitch there.
A million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
Ooh, just too low.
2 balls and a strike.
That's a horrible call. That was a strike. I just hear the fan yelling off in the distance. He was so pissed about that call. He's gonna go fucking tweet about it now.
Coming to the plate now.
This guy's on a hitting streak.
He's one of the more dangerous hitters in baseball right now, carrying a 10-game hitting streak into this one. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Does this let you gain fans like man does? I don't think so. That's why I wish they did something like that, because I remember Madden and certain games doing stuff like that. I kind of wish it would show you like a fan base if people were actually liking your character. But no, I don't. Like, they show you like a virtual Twitter of like random tweets about the team and people being upset, but it's like literally the same like tweets every so often. There's not much of a fan like growth of it. It'll just be like that random tweet of like, good job at whatever your tag is for your character. But I haven't played Madden in a long time to know if the fan thing at all. Like, the last one I played, I don't even remember which one it was. I don't even know if it did fans or not. Yeah, it's like, I do like that whole like concept of how popular is your character getting with fans, not just on your team. But they don't do that. They just kind of focus more on just the game and not really about fans and stuff.
Here it comes. And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes. And the first
Yeah, I hope so. There's a few things I hope that they'll add and tweak to it to make it a little more, to change it up.
comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
That'd be cool
Check swing, but it's
for them to do something like that, like a fan base or
wind up and
just something with a little bit more to the outside life of your character as well. Like, I know it's the main focus is baseball, but like, the guy doesn't do a whole lot besides just play.
After having 2 quick outs. Nice job.
throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Can't start any better than this.
I mean, I understand I'm not allowed to, I shouldn't be doing much anyway. I'm only just a AAA unknown star. A lot of people who follow just Major League Baseball and not the AAA and stuff have no idea who the fuck I am. But, there are still fans of the AAA. That's why there's people here.
And the 5th inning will start
Be cool
with
to
a ground out, 1
post
away.
something, do like a signing or
Digging in
special.
for his second at bat, Dan
I don't know.
0 for 1.
That's just, I know there's like a reasoning behind it, but
With a good dance
it would be cool to add a little bit more to a career mode style thing
and this
for your
one was not
character.
foul right at home plate.
In my opinion, anyway. But I would prefer them, of course, to keep the game,
That's a
the main focus. But because I like the whole as realistic baseball as we can get.
Fountain takes it in. Throw gets it. 2 down.
Alright, so we got a run at least, so that's good.
In now, Henry Gonzalez comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Yeah, I haven't even played like any of the newer Madden games, so I didn't even know. Like, I don't think they were doing a fan system the last time I played. Like the last one I played, which was so long ago. Because the last one I played was back on like the frickin' 360. So
Straighted swing and miss at a knuckleball.
like, the latest sports games I played was 2K17 for basketball, and this.
And this is caught as he had to go a
Press 2, make it a good back. Yeah, like, they don't need to do it, like, after every single game, because they do tend to get a little repetitive, because they used to do something in one of the games I used to play. I forget which sports game it was. But, like, you'd have, like, you'd have a press conference every game. Like, I would prefer, like, every once in a while do it. Like, I don't know, there just needs to be a little bit more to your character afterwards, I think. With the media, with fans, things like that.
over there at first as he was in the right spot at the right time. 1 away. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander starting to loosen up in the bullpen. Kevin Ilez stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. Now he bounces a knuckleball up to the plate for a ball. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. There's
Like
a
the one guy in the background. Come
for
on.
the outside corner. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1.
Oh, damn.
Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3. And
He was tempted to swing at that one.
that time.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just
But
saw.
maybe to them it's kind of hard of what they want to add for interactive. I guess they could do immediate stuff, but I think that's what they're worried about. They don't want to make it this obnoxious thing that you have to do every game. I think they're worried that people would start to get annoyed with it. And I think they're just focusing more on, you make a guy, you have your own statistics, and you just play your games. And then, you know, things like that. I think they also still, like, a lot of the My Player games still need to tweak when to drop someone, like, demote them and promote them, because I still think that's one of the issues is, like, you know, I know this game, I think it's based more on overall than how well you're actually playing. I think once you hit a specific overall, you're, like, promoted.
He obviously wanted that call in the corner, but if he continues to put the ball right there, he's going to get
Yeah,
that.
I mean, I don't
He's
mind
going to keep pitching as
the
well as
way
he
they
is.
have this one. Like, I don't mind it because I know a lot of people do like the 2K story modes and some don't. I think some people like, I don't know. I guess if they do it like 2K where it's a story mode for a while and then afterwards it opens up to what this is, where you're just, you know, you continue your careers, whatever,
Liner toward right center.
and you just keep going.
They're into the
But
column.
I don't know, I think some people like it, and I know there's a lot of people that don't care for the story modes because they feel very linear, and
That's the first hit of the game.
you know, there's some things that can be different between different people, but I don't know, some people, I don't know. It's a 50-50 thing. I think they just like what they have.
Back to him on the mound.
I don't know. There's probably some reasoning why they haven't done it.
Scoreboard again, and the
Maybe because they don't want to be like 2K, possibly, or if they did, maybe 2K would try to take action of, this is what we've done, you're just trying to do what we do.
And that one's in on the hands to start
I don't know.
getting. It's ball 1.
It's hard to really judge how they are.
Too low. Ball
I think for most part they're just focusing on, you know, their realistic gameplay is and
This at bat, much more patient
tweaking things. I don't know.
into a good hitter's count.
and the throw to first is
I'm not a programmer. I'm not a guy who makes games, so I have no idea what they're doing behind the scenes.
loosen up in the bullpen.
They probably got a lot of ideas. They're just probably limited at times because of hardware.
For a 1-out single.
Well, if I'm pitching, I got to be shaking my head. That's the last thing I'm thinking is he's going to hit a ball down and away and handle it as well as he did to get a base hit.
Now batting, third baseman, Howard Mullen.
I just injured their runner. I did. All I did was step off and he's hurt.
Base following the injury. Standing in now, Howard Mullis.
I just made him slide in. He hurt his knee.
0 for
thought it was me. I was like, oh God, my leg.
And him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And this one's in the dirt. And he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. And here's a ball lifted
I don't know. We never know what could happen with the MLB. Could do a show like actual story thing like 2K, but maybe, you know, be interesting. Who knows?
Takes this the other way to right. In there, a base hit.
The only time will tell when they keep making, because you know they're gonna eventually mix it up so it stays fresh in some way or another. You know, they will probably try something.
This may be their best opportunity to get on the board. They've been shut out the whole game.
And now a left-hander will start to get ready in the bullpen. Dan Cruz is in for the third time now.
We use this, but this always just ends up them hitting the ball.
No hits to this point. The 0-1 on its way. And this is on the ground is short. Could be two. There's one.
There we go. It actually worked.
Double play.
This MLB needs to do an online poll where fans actually add and vote on it. Previous games. There were some things that I was kind of sad about that they did recycle. If you look back on PlayStation 2, I don't know if they did it on the PS3, but one or if not a few of the MLB The Show games, if you played franchise, there were a lot of features they definitely took out. Like you used to have to, you could buy like different transportation to, like you could get just a bus. Then you can buy a team bus. There were things you could buy to improve your morale of your team, which would improve, you know, improve how they play and stuff like that. Did he hit a home run? Foul. And things like that. But then they took away. They did bring back morale in this, but it's more based off of just how they're playing their contract. If they're getting what they're promised, you know, if you promise them to be everyday players, then they're every day, they're happy, you know, that's all they did. But I know that a poll of just seeing what people would want would make sense and be great, but I think also they don't want to be, certain developers and teams, they don't want to do everything the fans want, because if they just start changing and doing everything to the fans, you can't please everyone, and there will be, they kind of just got to go off of what's been working for them. So that's the difficult thing. So it's hard to tell what they would do, but you know that we never know what could happen. It's very hard to tell, because they could do that, listen to the fans, and try to get some features back. It could be something completely different. I feel like they wouldn't recycle features and stuff if they had a better hardware to work with, but you know, we're going off just what the PlayStation is, and I know consoles aren't the greatest thing. They're still pretty good, but I don't know. They try to add new things, they gotta get rid of things. And some of the things they do get rid of it were pretty fun, or cool little features to have that may have been overlooked. Or maybe in their opinion they didn't think was a good idea.
Strikes, and now the 0-2. It's swung on and hit in the air. Norman is in pursuit.
Over the wall. And I'm out. Finish the game for me. I wasn't going to get another complete game. Yeah. I'm on a card.
Down the 5-out save, his first of the year. So that just about does it for Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our...
Hey, look, we got another win. But I can understand the developers and all them. They don't want to go completely crazy off of listening to fans, because if they do too much listening and changing, it can make and break a game horribly. So I think there's just some reasoning why they don't go right to whatever the fans want, like a poll online. Because if all devs do that, you know, you would think a lot of development teams and things would do stuff like that, doing polls. I expect that more from indie titles, because they want to try to add what the fans want in certain indie games. I think it's too late for me to get into the All-Star game, to be honest with you. I think I was too shitty for, like, way too long. I haven't even looked at the All-Star voting. Also, like I said earlier, thank you for everybody hanging out with me this morning. It is 10:38 in the morning, apparently. I just woke up and decided I was going to play this for a little bit today. This had huge potential with MLB 15. The only thing people didn't like about the Vita was that they didn't have Diamond Dynasty online play. The graphics, frame rate, etc. Just incredible. Yeah, I mean, a baseball game for handheld. Yeah, they had the whole, like, you can pick up and play wherever you go and put it back down. You can go off to your place. Like, I never owned the Vita. I owned the original PlayStation Portable, like the first model that they put out, and the thing was kind of crap. But the whole idea, like, to have a decent looking MLB game on handheld for your travels, I think is a big deal. It does suck that they kind of took that away. I mean, yeah, Diamond Dynasty or whatever the hell and online play. I don't even think online play is like that big of a deal for a lot of people. I think Diamond Dynasty is what people really love because everyone loves those style of games. Let's spend money, get cards, and do box opening, pack openings, things like that. But you know, they see that without that, they're not getting a lot of money off of that one, and it does cost money to produce. I don't know. It does suck that they just completely abandoned it.
That's what I see with this club right now.
The left fielder, number 30.
Because, like, if I traveled a lot, I would definitely love to have a baseball game to casually play every once in a while on a flight, on a ride, wherever the hell I'm going. It would just, it's such a time consume, like, a game or two is like 40 plus minutes to get, like, one game out of it. So, you know, you're killing a lot of time if you're playing a couple games. Or you're just doing road to the show or whatever. Because I remember that year with them when they made that for the Vita. Their big selling point was the whole, like, you can play the game and then connect it to your, like, connect it back to your PlayStation so you can keep it going, or you can play your PlayStation and then if you have to travel, you can keep it connected and continue whatever you were doing. Like, you could go anywhere with it. That was, like, the big thing, and I thought that's pretty awesome for someone who travels a lot. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the behind the scenes. It might have been some reasoning, or maybe it was just a big negative profit where maybe it wasn't selling as good as they wanted, and to make sure they got it for the handheld, and to make sure it was programmed for the portable might have been. Play a home console I want to. Yeah, so like anybody from you who's a musician to anybody who just travels, hell, like big streamers slash stars, like big people, even sports players, anybody who plays video games, like anybody like who travels would love something like that. And yeah, Vita I guess had like expensive memory cards. I didn't get the Vita, not because of any negative things. I don't travel a lot, so I haven't been wanting to. I haven't picked up any handhelds. I don't travel a lot at all. I only go like around my area. There's not much that I have a reasons to travel. But if anything, my handhelds would be used when I'm chilling in bed or on the couch or something. But that's about it. The only handhelds I ever I had was a DS, was the last one, and then I borrowed my friend's 3DS for a while because I was like playing those Animal Crossing games. I always thought they were fun, just chill games that you could sink time into. But yeah, like for Vita had, I thought, some pretty decent looking games too. I mean, for a handheld to get some pretty good. I'm not a graphics guy, but when even a handheld game to have some graphically good looking games for a handheld, that's pretty good. But like I said, I have no clue.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Score is there. 2 down.
Jesus, calm down, Clit.
Scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to.
Yeah. It does suck though. I would think a handheld baseball game would be a pretty big seller, but then again, I don't know. Maybe like I said, they probably were in the negative of program like making it for the handheld, and not many people were buying it. Who knows with them? Because it's all about trying to make a profit. If they're not getting a good profit out of it, they're not going to continue something.
And he'll dive back in safely.
Yeah, you can remote play MLB while your kids watch the favorites. Yeah, that was like the cool thing with it.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch.
Luckily, I don't have kids, but oh Jesus, calm down. You're not Ike Davis.
And no one can get there. It's a
Like the
foul.
last thing I've ever seen was when I last watched a baseball game. It's been a long time.
Tap down the line. That's a foul.
I hit the wrong button, but yeah, that's a big thing. Hopefully, they try again for another PlayStation Portable type game, like another version of PSP down the line that doesn't flop, that they can make really good games for, because I feel like the PlayStation Portable does, like the PSP stuff has a big potential of being something big.
He'll step in to lead it off.
Because when you think of handhelds, a lot of people think more towards Nintendo. They've done really good on handhelds. They make good games, but like, you know, there are some that like the PlayStation own that you would love to play on the road that Nintendo does not have, because Nintendo is more family friendly than, you know, PlayStation and stuff. Because you know their target audience for Nintendo is more kids friendly, but still keeping it to some adults and family and stuff.
Second strike. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And a curveball that time that broke too low.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution...
I like how this completely turned around. I was doing horrible start of the stream, and now we're kind of like, we're doing a little bit better now, but we're still not great.
Pitch of the at-bat on its way. Looks at a
Somehow I've been able to pitch while talking like this. Sometimes I'm a little quiet when I'm pitching.
the 0-1. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Third inning, no score to this point. A high fastball.
I was going to go for it.
Throws him with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
Nah, I don't want to leave a fastball too high up, alright? It's low 90s.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And another foul ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Chopped weakly to the left.
Not going to get him.
And they
Nope.
will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw.
Make MLB into an app. That'd be cool.
As it may sound, that might be a rally starter right there.
I mean, like I said, I mean, I don't know. There has to be a reason why they didn't. But like I said, I think a handheld baseball game I would think anyway, would be a good seller, because it's like for people who are sports fans that travel a lot. I just think it would be, but like I said, I don't know. Maybe it costs too much money to make for them, even though yes, they got a lot of money, but they're not gaining profit. That's the key factor. They're not going to continue. He didn't even get up off his knees. That's the first, or like the second or third time someone's got thrown out from me. One of my pitches to the catcher. I'm so proud.
Leading off for Louisville,
Here's a swing and a ground ball. This is
Also, how's it going, Pete?
first strike.
Alcantara.
Good morning, afternoon, whatever time it is for wherever you're at. Well, to you, drummer.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Here it comes.
Should be continuing one of my 3 fucking games that I'm playing through, but I decided I wanted to chill out with MLB today. At least for this morning.
Hit hard to the right side. Foul.
Well, when you're hitting with 2 strikes, you're just in battle mode. Right there, he gets a breaking ball. He just fouled it off.
Oop,
He's got a piece
way in
of
the
it
dirt.
that stays alive.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Jesus.
3-2.
Lost my control.
Very weakly on the ground. Throw to first in time, 1 gone.
950 for you, yeah. It's like 10:50. I'm an hour ahead. Unless you mean 9:50 at night.
Another chance. Hank Washington.
Yeah, I decided, I woke up and I was like, you know what? I want to play more MLB. I haven't done it in a while. Been like almost a month or 2. I'm playing so many other games, I decided we'll continue on. Oh my god. I win. I decided I wanted to play it today. Or at least for this morning. I might come back later tonight and play something else.
Sandy McGinnis comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
McGinnis.
First pitch of the at bat on its way. Knuckleball there, but it dances
Oh,
outside.
it's off the plate.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Swing
I got my sunglasses on too. I've noticed that, but I forgot to say something. I've had sunnier games, but apparently not.
In there, a base hit.
Yeah, I'm Eastern time. All of my stuff is run off Eastern time. Not that I really have a good schedule of anything. I play whenever I can and want to because I have horrible sleep schedule. It was just the system itself. People had to pay 40 plus for a good sized memory card. You need a 16 gig or better because some of the games were digital and took massive. Yeah, so yeah, hopefully they can work around and fix that. So then maybe MLB the show will start working on a another handheld game. I think that's just the problem. The Vita, they just know that the Vita was not selling great, so it wasn't in their you know, they didn't want to keep going with it. Why the hell did I throw it like that? What was that? That looked like I was going for a pitch out. That was the weirdest thing. Pete, thank you so much for the follow. Forgot how loud that was for me, but if it wasn't too bad for you. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate the support. Appreciate it.
And here's a ball hit in the air.
I thought he was going to hit a home run. I thought he was going to hit a home run. That guy's going to be like, this one's for you, Pete. Motherfucker.
No errors and a man left.
Wanted to crush it.
Striding in once again, Tucker Barnhart. He'll start things out as we begin the fifth.
Well, hopefully either Vita will lower their prices, people work on it again, or that they, you know, if they make another one with I don't know, better hardware and shit like that, that they don't make the memory card so expensive.
Go for the big ball. They can get something going, but they got to start with getting somebody on base. This offense needs a base runner and get things happening.
Oh, whoops. Did it again. I bumped my R1 button.
So striding forward now, Christian Cologne. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1.
We're slowly but surely getting closer to 300 followers. Sadly, we keep jumping horribly. Like, we've been stuck on numbers for a while, but like I said, I don't really give a shit. Like, I don't care about numbers. I just play. It's a hobby. It'll be cool to see, but if not, it doesn't bother me. I appreciate the supports nonetheless. What a stop! Yeah, but I understand where you're coming from with that, drummer. That's Vita. I don't know. I feel like with the amount of money PlayStation makes, Sony makes, it feels like that they shouldn't have to charge so much for a memory card. But then again, the amount of money probably that will put into making said memory card and all that, they gotta try to turn a big profit out of it. Like I said, it's all about making a profit out of the things they make, whether they have to kind of oversell it or not.
Takes this the other way to right, and that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Well, that base hit made the front office really proud. That's what the farm director and the player development guy.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I didn't know how they can either update the software and stuff like that and keep going with it, whatever they need to do, but. At this point, you know that they're gonna eventually just start heading towards a new console thing soon at one point. And yeah, I'm not in the majors. I am not. I've been doing not great and then pretty good in AAA. Like I said, my record is kind of like bad and good.
You know what, Matt? He's been getting most of the pitches. I know he's complaining a little bit on this one, but he's been getting most of the pitches today. He should be feeling pretty good about himself.
And here's a ball hit in the air.
Oh boy.
Got it, and the
They need to get collisions back. I never see. They never do.
Stepping in and ready for another shot. Hector Vasquez. He'll start
A
the
Nintendo Switch thing where instead of it, where they could do a handheld and a console. I guess they could. I mean, like, that idea for Nintendo Switch isn't bad. It's just, you know, I don't know, people shit on, like, a lot of what Nintendo does. I know their stuff isn't always great, but I don't know. I haven't looked too much into the Switch. The only reason I wanted a Switch was so I could stream through some of the games that they put on the Switch down the line. But I don't have that kind of money.
On the move, one down. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right.
I know we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that spot where new handhelds will be made at some point again. PlayStation wants to try another one in there. They will. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if we see fucking Microsoft try to throw an Xbox-like handheld in there at some point down the line. The hand box.
Now here's the pitch. This one is fouled away up to the concourse area.
Micro box.
The 1-2 pitch.
Something ridiculous. You know, they're really good with their odd names of just trying to fit Xbox or box in there somewhere.
Look, two-strike slider on the back foot. That's a classic pitch, but he did a nice job of laying off it.
And this is swung out and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning. Digging in once again,
Now batting,
Washington.
Good old Hank Washington.
For him to this point. And a ball 1-0. To first. A dive and he knocks it down.
Come on, I'm trying to cover for once. Oh, I didn't make it. I rarely ever get to cover.
But that'll be scored as an infield single. Now we'll see some action in the bullpen as the lefty.
Yeah, I get it. They got action in the bullpen. Get it. I'm very iffy on if I'm going to stay out here or not.
Prior to the 0-1, here's a look to first. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely.
Yeah, I don't only play MLB. This was just like a morning thing. I'll play it every once in a while, but I do play just a variety of things. I do have it in my info section what I am playing through right now, as well as games that I beat, and so on and so forth. A lot of reading, because for some reason I decided, let's write this long thing in my info section, and then me thinking, no one's gonna fucking read half that shit. Nobody cares. No. We just want to watch, man. We don't have that attention span. We just want to watch video games. We're not here to read. Clit getting tired. Seems like a personal problem. Just a few weeks until people were finding out the memory cards. The only reason I was going to get a Switch for Pokemon games, but then the Switch is having too many problems. And I was like, I'm going to waste my money. But if Xbox came out with a handheld that was actually good graphics, games, Sony would be in big trouble. New Xbox coming out. So we'll play this more often. I do want to, like, I do have some plans for other things. Like, I play a lot of variety stuff. Like I said, I'm into a lot of single-player story games. So that's why I'm doing this at times. I'm doing Final Fantasy 12. I'm doing, what else? Kingdom Hearts series playthrough. I'm on Rechain of Memories, finishing that up. I'm doing Uncharted series, and I'm on 3 and trying to finish that up. Apparently I don't get to run anymore. But, and then in October, I wanted to add wrestling as a content to do, so I think in October I'm going to pick up the new wrestling, the new WWE game, because I like to, I like wrestling at times, and if it's, you know, I know a lot of people don't care for it, but I play a lot of stuff. I'll probably end up doing this a bit more at time to time. I like to do this because it's like, take a break from all like the heavily story games that I'm playing. Just chill out and do something like this. Alright, Tyson Cologne's in. Yeah, we won. And we actually getting some wins now. Oh my god, we went from being 1-6 or like 1-5 to then 1-7, and then now we're finally getting some wins. We're actually doing good. Holy shit.